Okay, so the next one is when the rate of interest are different for different years. So as of now in the compound interest, we have seen that it is 10% per annum and calculate for 2 years, 3 years and so on. But what if the rate of interest is different for a different year? Okay, let's see how to handle them. So welcome all of you once again in lecture number 7 of simple interest and compound interest. Let's get started. If you want to give it a try, then please pause this video, read the question and then you answer. Try matching the answer with me. Okay. So Ranu invested how much? 5,000. Yeah, that is the principal. 4% rate of interest, that is first rate of interest. Second rate of interest is 5%. Third rate of interest is 10%. Find the compound interest at the end of 3 years. So what you get here? Amount that is equal to the principal, which is 5,000. Okay. The first rate of interest is 4%. Yeah. Now instead of applying that power, why do we apply power? Because it keeps on repeating. Like if it is 4% per annum for 3 years, we make it power 3, right? But this is what? This is simple. This is not the same percentage every year. So next year it is 5%. So simply multiply. Yeah, you need to understand that compound interest grow as geometric progression with multiplication, and simple interest grow with arithmetic progression. Yeah, like with addition, subtraction. So multiply, the next year is 1.10 by 100. That's the only difference. Rest everything remains same. Yeah. Okay. So any rate of interest, if it is multiplied, if it is applied for multiple years, we put that power of the bracket. Yeah. If the 4% is applied for 3 years, you put 3 over here. Okay. Okay. Then rest is calculation. So it's 5,000 into 1.04 into 1.05 into 1.1, and then you get the answer when you simplify it. Okay. So here you have 5,000. Let me help you out in multiplication. 1.04 multiplied by 1.05 multiplied by 1.1, and you get 6006. Okay, nice. Okay, that's the return Ranu will get. Okay, next is Manish question. Next question. I hope you got the matching answer with me. Next question, same way. If the principal is 7,000, Manish invest how much? 7,000 in the savings scheme, compounded annually. The rate of interest is 6% for the first 2 years. See, for the first 2 years, 8% for the next 3 years. Determine the total amount he receives. Okay, the amount here will say on the principal 7,000. Now this time you have 6% for first 2 years and 8% for the next 3 years. If you simplify this, okay, simplify this with power 2 and 3. This is what I was talking about in the previous question, that you put the power for as many number of years that particular rate of interest is applicable. So if this 6% is applicable for 2 years, I put 2 as the power here. Okay. So no need to get confused. Let's say 7,000 multiplied by 1.06, and that is square, and 1.08 similarly you got it for cube, that is 9,907.8. that's the amount. Approximately 89 we can say. Yes. So this concept is simple. I hope that is simple. Now the next concept we will learn, if the time is given in form of fraction. If time is given in form of fraction, what will be the compound interest on 15,625 for 2.5 year for 4%. Now here you will face a challenge. I'll tell you what challenge will you face. Here you will face a challenge that if you simplify, yeah, for the amount, we need to calculate compound interest, of course, but in case of compound interest, first formula we have is amount. So principal is 15625. This is 1 plus rate of interest is 4%, and now you have to apply this for 1.5 year. Yeah, 2.5 year. 2 integer 1 by 2. So usually if it is a square you can do it, but if power is in fraction you are in fix. Yeah, for example, if I take out this 2, so half is what? A square root, right? So how do you deal with such case? So we will make it simple. See, this 2.5 year, this is how do we read this? 2.5 year. That means I can also read this as 2 years and extra half year, right? 2 years and then extra half year. Now tell me one thing, if I say 2.5 year, let it be as it is. Now look at this, what does this mean? That can I say this? Tell me if you agree with me or not. This 4% is applicable for 2 years, okay, and for next year we are only using half year. For next year we are only using half year. It is 2.5 year. We are only using what? Half year, right? So now for half year the rate of interest should also be half. You getting me? This is similar to the previous question. See, for first 2 years it is 6%, next 3 years it is 8%. So you multiply, right? Here I am saying for first 2 years it is complete 2 years, and for next year it is only for half year. So instead of dealing with this fraction power, I will say this is 1 plus half. Half of 4 is what? 2. Okay, because for next year we are there only for half a year. For half a year, rate of interest should be half of whatever it is for per annum. Yeah, half of per annum rate of interest. Correct? Yeah, and then this is for half year. You don't need any power anymore. Yeah, question said calculate for half year, 2.5 years. So this is for 2 years, and this is for half years. And as we know, compound interest is geometric progression. It increases with multiplication. Yeah, we keep on multiplying. See. Right? So I hope you understood how to deal with fraction power. Yeah. So just have this. If it is 1/4, we would have done this 4% per annum ka 1/4. So this is 15625 multiply by 1.04 multiply by 1.04 multiply by 1.02. Okay. So you get 17238. Question is find the compound interest. So if amount is this, the compound interest will be 17238 minus 15625. Okay, the difference here, let me write this again. So the amount is 17238 minus 15625. Okay, 1613. That's the answer. Yes, that's the compound interest. If the question be find amount, we got the amount. Question said find compound interest, no problem. Take out principal from amount, you get the interest. Okay, but the main point is understand how do you deal with the fraction value. Half, remaining fraction is half, so take the integer value first, and remaining is for fraction. So have this fraction multiplied with this rate of interest. If it is half, make 4% half and use that as the rate of interest here. Okay. Let me show you once more. See, this is 3.5 years. The amount is Okay, we need to calculate compound interest again. On principal 20,000 and rate of interest is 6% for 3.5 years. 3.5 years, 3.5 years. So I can write this 0.5 as 1/2, right? Yeah, or if you want to keep it as 0.5, no problem. What you need to understand is, have this integer power, solve this integer power first. Solve this integer power first, which is 3, and then see what is happening next. So next year it is only for 0.5 years, that means half years. So for half a year, the rate of interest will be half of what you see per annum interest. So for half a year, next period, half a year, it will be only 3% applied. Yeah, half of 6%. Half of 6%. Okay, so let's see what you get. You get 20,000 multiplied by 1.06 multiplied by 1.06 multiplied by 1.06 multiplied by 1.03. Yes, 3 times this, 1 time this. The amount is 24,534.92. Okay, 9296. Rather, let's say 93 here. Okay. Now calculate the interest. So compound interest here will be equal to, if you take out 20,000 from here, take out 20,000 from here, 20,000 nikaloge to you will get only this much, right? So compound interest here will be 4534.93. That is the compound interest. Okay, I hope that is clear. Okay, so what did we learn in today's lecture? 2 concepts. One, if the rate of interest is different for different years. Second, what if the time period is in fraction? Alright, so this is it in today's video. My name is Shyam Manawat signing off. I will see you in the next lecture of simple interest and compound interest. Till then, stay happy, stay healthy. Bye bye.